See, this is why I miss North End. Just sitting around the depot, right here, just watching the skateboards.
Did lots of the skateboarders recognize you?
Yeah, a lot of them. See, that's where I usually sit, right there.
Yeah. Did you ever go down Sealand in a shopping cart? Can't do it.
Tried it once. There's bold-legged Bobby.
You know what surprised me about Bob was he, one time I went to film him and he made me wait because he had to go give beer to the guys over at the Linwood, the truck drivers. And it was Labor Day, so it was his way of paying him back for all the bottles that they'd given him.
Yeah, but Bobby was the cleanup guy.
Yeah, so that's what he was saying, is that he's cleaned up so many of their bottles and got money to give back by buying them some beer. We took the crew down to Sealand Skateboard Park to get shots of Bob on his bike. He never used a shopping cart, he only picked up with a bike. And here's Scott Pommier getting some poster shots with Alex Chalmers, Sealand local. Chalmers actually knew Bob from down there at the park. There's Alex blasting out of the last hip in the bowl, with Bob riding right beside him.
I didn't immediately want to collect cans or bottles. It started really because I had to beat myself.
I've had a couple people complain about him lately because they think that he was a coward to leave his wife and kids.
I don't even think that's true. I think it was more bullshit than anything else.
Bob told me he was married to a rich girl, but he didn't like the situation, so since he knew his kids were going to be taken care of, he moved on. He wanted to be an artist, and the wife wouldn't let him. Some people have been writing that he was bad for leaving his wife and kids, but I think he was in a bad situation, and I actually did meet his kids. They came to visit him quite often, so he was still being a father, he just wasn't being part of the relationship.
Every time that you put effort into work and you're making a little bit of money, you better have a very good plan of what you're going to do with that money, because you're using up your life.
Bob passed away in 2017. I'd lost track of him after filming in 2008, so I wasn't sure why he passed away. I'm assuming it's from old age. But R.I.P. Bob.
Man, if I knew he had all those cans, the way he used to pick the shit on me, I would have stole everyone. Yeah, come to pick me up from my hotel. Surprised they actually let you film.
Well, I didn't ask. And they did kick us out at the end. Al going to jail was kind of a blow to the whole documentary because we had planned to be filming him, and then all of a sudden he had packed up and disappeared. I found out that he was in jail for 10 months, and so that forced us to find other characters like Bob. It was actually quite an experience to go visit Al in jail. I went a couple times and tried to keep his spirits up. You were all disoriented when you got out of there.
Yeah, because you were driving too fast. I was in the
You
back.
ride shopping carts down hills. How could I be driving?
I was also fucking almost a year in jail. Everything went slow. I mean, it's like being cooped up for 10 years in a basement suite and go skydiving.
North Vancouver is known for its mountains. This is the reason this film even exists. Other towns and cities are flat. You can bomb these hills. I don't believe you really do want to go back to North End. Look at that place. It's so busy, and it's way worse than it was before for busy. And you got this whole island here.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I'm going to camp out over there.
Oh, okay.
So
we were pretty nervous the first day getting Al out of jail and doing the anticipated first day out of jail hill ride. But we picked up some shopping carts at the local Safeway, and he was gung-ho to do it. He was also gung-ho to give Christian a ride, which I think pretty much scared the out of him.
I mean, I had two people I know over here one of them passed away, got run over by a car. Died there.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what Al was going on about there, but several people did die in North Vancouver due to homeless living.
I don't know. Let's just say, what is extreme?
Again, this is pre-GoPro, so we used a old World War II camera that they used to attach to the airplanes where the bullets would fire out of the wings. And this is the way they would document how and what they hit. Perfect for attaching to a shopping cart. It could stand all sorts of vibration. It also shot 16mm film, which we put in these special cartridges. We had Stephen Sherlock, who is a grip in the film industry, and he provided us with the know-how to get these shots that are critical in the film. As you can imagine, Al's shoes were always worn out, not just from shopping cart riding, but from homeless living. He'd always steal one shoe from the grocery store, because that was the one shoe that would wear out the most from shopping cart riding. I always gave him extra shoes from skateboard shops that I knew in town.
Yeah. It's not like it's all free.
Al is also wearing a Dogtown t-shirt left over from the movie premiere we went to in Whistler. You can sense how nervous everybody is because Al's been in jail for 10 months, gained a little bit of weight, and now we're going to get him to go down Mountain Highway on a shopping cart. When we got Al to top a mountain highway, the production assistant actually pointed out we didn't have any insurance papers or waivers with us, so we actually had to stop filming, and Al just said, "Fuck you," basically, and took off on his own. We went back the next day and got these shots. Someone was emailing me the other day saying how it would be way better if you put a bag of cement in there, and I had to reply, how is he going to get a bag of cement to the top of the hill?
Actually, what I would have done is use wine bladders.
Wine bladders?
Yeah.
Full of water?
Full of water, because, I could use anybody's tap up there.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. And that was to keep the front end from popping up.
Yeah.
Did you know that I had the cops coming to my house one day because you had taken some of those rocks from someone's yard? I guess they were landscaping rocks.
Yeah.
So I got reported. But when the cops came to my door and I answered in a wheelchair, I just said, well, how do you think I stole landscaping rocks? Like, tell me how you think I did that.
Yeah, dude, miss those days.
I remember you did this at night in the rain with me. Do you remember that? I'll send you, I have photos of it because I wasn't filming, but I'll send you some of the photos of you night riding Mountain Highway in the rain in sweatpants.
It's awesome. I just can't believe it's over.
Well, same, as long as no snow or ice.
Right.
Why'd you film that? Because I did Delbrook many times.
Oh, it was only for the view.
It was because you didn't want to get seen because you lived right there.
No, it was just for the view of the city. Maybe I can recapture the essence of my old life by following Al deeper into his.
I want to go straight to the window and catch this guy.
Okay, I'll cut in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely want to catch this guy.
Who was that old timer? His name was Al too.
Al, yeah.
Excuse me.
Hey, he passed away too.
Yeah.
Fucking got out, buddy. Today.
Yeah, believe
What are you
him.
up to, buddy? I just got out of jail.
He said everybody around is either dead or...
You going in the beer store? Yes. Well, you might as well walk with me.
And this place is like a public walkway now. Like they made a path through there. Mosquito, McKay Creek? Or
McKay.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Did you want one of these things?
Geez, I love them.
There you go.
Thanks.
The first beer that I've had, fucking 10 months.
I guess any beer would have been good, but that day out of jail, I don't think so.
You know something? This beer fucking doesn't taste as good as I thought it was gonna be.
When do you get down in the second?
So I drove a GMC van with a lift out the side doors. As you could tell, that's not very convenient for filming documentary style on the run. So lots of times, actually, I would direct from the van. This is one of the only cases, not the only case, but one time when I got out and went down onto the scene. I had been to this area before. It's actually one of the tricks of documentary filmmaking for me is to pre-interview everybody so you get them comfortable with telling their story and you find out the stories. So when you return with a film crew, you know what to ask them, and inevitably they're just going to launch right back into saying what they did the day before. But I wanted to be involved with this scene, so I got pushed under the tree, and here's Ferg.
How you doing?
You better have a beer for a poor bastard like me.
I don't know. Fuck. Hey, what's with the Canadian flags on the socks?
Well, somebody's got to fucking be patriotic.
I gave him those.
When you're filming a documentary, you don't always get the opportunity to get B-roll shots, which are your extra shots, because you can't cut the camera during interviews. So we put Big Al to work.
Made me smoke a whole pack of cigarettes. One video shot of me flicking a butt.
This is how we got Mike McKinley involved with the film. I needed B-roll, and the other crew was finished, so Mike had been shooting skateboard movies and wanting to get into documentary film. So I invited him to pick up what we needed, and when he was watching the earlier raw footage, he looked at the footage and said, "Is that Al?" And it turns out that Big Al is his cousin. Not by blood, but they were neighbors when they grew up. There was a sense of fear when Al knew that Mike was going to be filming, because Al had been scared as a teen of Mike's brother Sam. So these scenes with Fergie, they were difficult to film because he knew he was really going to reveal something deep. What he didn't reveal was how he ended up being an alcoholic, and it was because when he was 16 years old, he was allowed to drive his parents' car with his parents in the back seat to a hockey game, and he crashed it. He killed both his parents accidentally, and he said he went home and went to the liquor cabinet and never closed it. They do this here too, right? Like the blue boxes in the Nanaimo?
This one here,
Oh, they have like a big bin.
yeah, meant for cans and newspapers and everything.
Oh,
On those.
Right.
Then you have another one outside. It's black bin.
Yeah.
Mainly all garbage.
Okay. These shots are in my neighborhood where I first discovered people riding shopping carts to collect bottles. Otherwise, I may never have made this film if I hadn't seen it.
He will tell you himself that his forte is not bottles. He doesn't have the patience for it, but rather more lifting furniture, swamping on the trucks.
Al had another part-time gig working for a moving company in North Vancouver, and sometimes I would go and pick him up from work there and then go bottle collecting. Here's Christian acting as Al's double so the cameraman can get a shot lock. This was around noon, so by this time it's hard to get Al to do the shots that we wanted because, well, he needed to cash out and get to the liquor store, bottom of the hill. So we'd get one more ride in and that would be the end of shooting.